In this video, we'll be looking at how to make selections in your images as well as add layer masks by using channels inside of Affinity. So before starting, if you want the images that we will be using in this video tutorial, please find the link for the image in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button for more helpful tips and tricks related to Affinity. Now with that said, let's get started with the video. So as you can see here, we have the image of the woods in the canvas. So in order to make the selections in this image, first of all, we'll navigate and select the channels panel. From the channels panel, first of all, we'll be making the selection of the skies in this image. And to make the selection of the sky, we'll be basically using the composite blue channel that you can see here because blue is the color that is relevant to the sky. So we'll right click on the composite blue and then navigate below and select add to pixel selection, or you can also select load to pixel selection, and in this way it will add the selection or make the selection of the sky in the image. However, if we look closely in the selection, then it also has selected the woods in the image. Since we only want the selection of the sky, we want to get rid of the selection of the woods from the current selection. So in order to do that, we'll similarly navigate to the right inside of the channels panel, and by hovering over the composite red channel, we will right click on it, and after right clicking, we'll navigate below and select subtract from pixel selection. So after clicking on subtract from pixel selection, it will basically select the sky portion only in this particular image by subtracting the other extra selections of the wood from the current selection. So you can use this technique in order to refine or narrow down your selection further by using the channels. And if you want to go further, you can also right click on the composite red or any other channel and then intersect the current selection as per the situation. So right now I'm satisfied with this selection of the sky. So after making the selection, we will be adding a curves adjustment layer by using the shortcut key of Command plus N, which would open the curve box right here. So we'll simply click on this particular axis and drag it to the right or top in order to add brightness to the sky. If the current selection is hindering our visibility of the changes or effects produced by curves adjustment layer, we can also use the shortcut key of Command plus D in order to deselect, and we do not have to worry about the curves applying to other portion of the image, because when we added the curves adjustment layer, when the selection was still there in the image, it has already masked out that particular other areas such as woods and trees inside of this image in the curves adjustment layer in the layers panel. So now if we simply click and adjust the curves like so, then it will only affect the sky portion or sky areas in the image like so. Similarly, let's go below and then select blues right here, and again let's increase the blue to the sky to accentuate the colors of the sky like so. And after we are satisfied, we can simply close the curves box right here in order to commit. Similarly, we can again navigate to the right and make the selection of the trees by simply right clicking on the composite green option right here. And from it, let's navigate below and select add to pixel selection. And we want to select the tree areas, especially the leaves areas in this particular image. So in order to do that, we need to get rid of the selection of the woods from this current selection. So we'll navigate to the right inside of the channels panel, right click on the composite red channel right here, and then select the option for subtract from pixel selection to get rid of the selection of woods from the current selection. So now you can see that it has currently selected the leaves inside of the image. Next, we can add the hue saturation adjustment layer by using the shortcut key of Command plus U, which would bring up our HSL adjustment layer box. And now we can apply or accentuate the leaves in this particular image. So before that, in order to make the visibility of this particular selection, we can simply use the shortcut key of Command plus D in order to deselect. And now we can navigate below and slightly increase the saturation right here in order to make our leaves of the image a bit more saturated. So after increasing the saturation of the leaves, now let's close the HSL box in order to apply our commit. Now if we come back to our layers panel, you can see that both of the adjustment layer are fully intact and we have applied the mask to both of these adjustment layer by making the selection through the channels panel inside of Affinity. Next, we'll be opening the image 2 in the next document right here. And inside of image 2, you can see that we have an image of a tiger. So in this second selection method, we'll first of all zoom in to the tiger and then we'll select the quick selection tool on the left toolbar. And after selecting the quick selection tool on the left toolbar, we can simply come back and then increase the size of the brush by using the big bracket key. Now we can slowly brush over the tiger area only in order to make the selection out of the tiger in the image, like so. So as you can see here, we can slowly brush over the tiger to make the selection. So we can make a rough selection for now. We do not need an accurate selection of the tiger, which is the subject for this image. So we can simply make a rough selection for now. So you can also use the spacebar to call the hand tool or select the hand tool on the go and then simply brush over like so after panning over the areas of the image, and we can simply brush over the tiger. So it is not necessary that the selection should be perfect. We are simply making a rough selection for now, and if there are any issues with the selection, for example, as you can see here, we can simply use the shortcut key of Option and then again brush over at the edges or outside of the edges to fix that. So let's use the shortcut key of Command plus minus to zoom out again and then hold down the spacebar key in order to bring the hand tool and then again zoom in the up areas of the tiger. Now we'll simply again decrease the size of the brush like so and then simply brush over the ears portion of the tiger right here. So we can again brush over the head portion as well of the tiger like so in order to cover everything inside of the selection. All right. So I'll make the selection as it is for now and then I'll use the shortcut key of Command plus 0 in order to make the image fit inside the window. Next, let's navigate on the right and select the channels panel, and inside of the channels panel, if you look closely over here, it is already showing the selection inside of the pixel selection in the channels panel. So now if we want to save this selection inside of the channels panel, all we can do is simply right click on the pixel selection right here and then hover over and select the create spare channel. So after selecting create spare channel, it has successfully saved the selection, in other words, of the current selection of tiger. So we'll simply rename this selection by right clicking on it and selecting rename, and we'll rename this channel selection to foreground and then click on OK to save it. And similarly, we can again navigate right here in the pixel selection inside of the channels panel and then navigate and click on the invert option to invert our selection. So this has selected the other areas inside of the image beside our subject, which is the tiger. So similar to before, let's right click on the pixel selection again and select create spare channel. And after selecting create spare channel, you can now see again that it has successfully saved the selection of the background as well. Now let's rename this new spare channel by right clicking on it and clicking on the rename option right here. And now let's rename it as background. And after renaming it as background, let's click on OK to commit. So next, we'll deselect this particular selection by using the shortcut key of Command plus T. Now after deselecting the selection, let's create a focus effect to our subject, which is the tiger in this image, by using the adjustment layer. So in order to do that, first of all, let's use the shortcut key of Command plus M in order to apply the curves adjustment layer to this image. And after applying the curves adjustment layer, as you can you can see that a new curves adjustment alpha channel has already been added inside of the channels panel. Now since we're applying the curves adjustment layer to the background of this image, we'll simply come inside of the channels panel, and by hovering above the background channel, let's right click on it first of all, and then if we look down here, you can see that we have an option called load to curves adjustment alpha. Simply click and select that option, and as soon as we do that, now it has successfully applied the background channel mask to the curves adjustment alpha, which is the mask for the curves that we just added. So now if we adjust the curves effect, so for example, first of all, let's decrease the brightness a bit from the background. So let's add a node in the axis and then drop like so. And now you can see that it is only applying to the backdrop of this particular image. Similarly, also let's reduce the yellow color tones to adjust the overall ambience of the image. So we'll select the blue channel right here inside of the curves, and then in order to get rid of the yellow tones a bit, we'll simply click and add a new node here, and then simply increase this particular blue axis a bit like so. And now you can see that in the background, it is slowly balancing out the presence of yellow tones with the blue tones. So now let's close the curves box in order to commit. Now next, we want to make our subject, which is the tiger, more pop in this image. So in order to do that, we'll be first of all increasing the saturation of the tiger or the colors present in the tigers, which is our subject. And we will be using the shortcut key of Command plus U in order to access the hue, saturation and luminance box. And as soon as we add the hue, saturation and luminance adjustment layer, you can see that inside of the colors panel, a new HSL shift adjustment alpha has already been added. So similar to before, since we are now applying the HSL effect to the tiger, we'll simply right click on the foreground channel right here, and then navigate below and select load to HSL shift adjustment alpha in order to apply the HSL effect to the subject, which is the tiger in this image. So now let's increase the saturation a bit by simply clicking on the saturation slider and dragging it on the right like so, and now you can see that it is slowly starting to pop. So in order to commit, we'll simply navigate to the top and select the HSL close icon in order to close and commit. Similarly, we also want to add a bit contrast to the tiger. And in order to add a bit contrast, similar to before, we'll use the shortcut key of Command plus M, which will open our curves box right here. Now we'll again navigate to the right, and by right clicking on the foreground, which is the subject selection of the tiger, we'll simply right click on it and then again select load to curves adjustment alpha in order to mask out the curves effect only to the subject, which is tiger. So in order to add a contrast, let's add a point right here and then increase the brightness a bit, and again add a point right here and then decrease the brightness a bit like so. And now you can see that there is a much more contrast being added. And after we are satisfied, let's close the curves box right here. Now if we come back to our layers panel, you can see that this is the before and this is the after. So in this way, you can make the selection of different elements inside of your image easily by using channels. Now let's move on to our next document, which is image 3 right here. And inside of image 3, you can see that we have an image. So in this image, we'll be looking at how to add or create a new layer mask by using channels inside of Affinity. So to do that, we'll simply navigate to the right and select the channels panel right here. After selecting the channels panel, from below here, after selecting the channels panel, let's select our image at the canvas right here, which will also select the image layer in our layers panel corresponding to this image. Now let's navigate to the right and right click on any of the channel through which we want to create a new mask for this image. So for example, if I want to create a new mask for this image based upon the red channel, then we can simply navigate to the top, and by hovering above the image red channel, we can right click on it and then again navigate below and select on create mask layer. So after selecting create mask layer, now you can see that a new mask layer has already been created. Now let's come back to the layers panel, and inside of the layers panel you can see that a new mask has been created in a new layer. So let's add a contrast to this existing image. So in order to add a contrast, we'll be using the shortcut key of Command and M in order to add the curves adjustment layer. And now to add a contrast inside of this image, we'll simply add a new node right here and increase it like so, and add another node right here and decrease it like so. However, you can see that nothing quite has happened here because the visibility of the mask layer is still active. So let's hide the mask layer for now and then close the curves adjustment layer box in order to commit. So if we want to apply the mask that we have created by using the channels panel, we can simply select the mask layer and then drag it inside of the curves adjustment layer like so. And now you can see that nothing has happened yet because the visibility of the mask layer is still inactive. So let's toggle by simply clicking on this icon, and as soon as we toggle in, you can now see that the contrast that we have added through the curves adjustment layer has been successfully applied with the newly created mask layer from the channels panel. So in this way, you can use the channels panel inside of Affinity. So if you find this video helpful, please click on the like button. And for more tips and tricks related to Affinity, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video and see you on the next video.